everybody, I'm Katie. I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan, so I'm attempting the NIKO Challenge, where I create a dream vacation home for every single villager in the game, and I do that in only 365 days. Today is day 28 of the Happy Home Paradise NIKO Challenge. I've already completed 31 villagers, and today's villager has a lot of money. Let's see what he does with it. Bam asks for a theme of my cooking life, and this seemed like it could be a little bit boring, so I decided to kind of take his theme an extra step. I put him on an island here where the house was all the way at the very top because I felt like it would be very grand. After getting onto the plot, the first thing I do is set the time to nighttime and change the season to summer. And one of the reasons I did this is because I want Bam to have this really cool nightlife hangout. I think Bam is a foodie, and he has a lot of money because he's inherited it from his family. In fact, he's probably a very young adult who has recently inherited the money. In fact, this cabin out here on the lake is probably one that his family has had for a long time, and it's where he likes to go to entertain. He invites his friends out there, he cooks some amazing food because he's a foodie, and they all hang out and have beautiful parties. What better time to have a party than at nighttime in the summer, which is why I switched it. For the other areas in the outside, I switched the tree over to a palm tree and just kind of put a couple of really nice fencing in, and I definitely wanted to put at least a little bit of a patio space that had the lightings and some place to sit, and there's a surfboard to go on the side and just some really basic lights. It's not overly complicated because there's not a ton of room out here, but I definitely wanted it to look like the type of space where you might come if you were going to hang out for the summer. I definitely used blue as the primary color, and I tried to reflect that in the outside of the house. I also really tried to use a door and different types of roof that made the house look really expensive. On the inside of the house, I used the harbor wall as the feature wall to make it look like it was a back deck. And then I also used the blue honeycomb tile because I was really trying to feature blue as a prominent color theme throughout the entire build. And then I found this tile floor with kind of the little blue flowers in it, and I just hadn't used it before, but I liked the way that it comboed with the different blue items but wasn't too blue. In the end, I actually cover up most of that tile because I have different types of carpets used to separate the bathroom from the back patio and the dining room, and the only place you really see that tile is in the kitchen. The kitchen is definitely the largest room in the area, which I think makes sense, and Bam really wants a place to cook. The theme that he gave us, after all, is my cooking life. The back patio and the rest of the area is really just because I think that's a really beautiful place to sit and eat, particularly if you were going to entertain a lot of friends. For the inside build, I tried to use items that were at least a little bit more modern or industrial, kind of youthful in a lot of ways. I imagine that Bam has probably had the whole place renovated since he inherited it from his family. To express that, I also used a lot of the dining furniture, which I don't find I use a ton in different builds, but it had that blue that kind of perfectly went with that young, hip, modern blue style I was trying to show. I really worked hard and intentionally to try and use a lot of furniture items that I don't use very often. I find that I get stuck in the items that I love and use the most, and then I only use those over and over, and the builds become really repetitive. With that in mind, I changed up a lot of what I would usually do and tried to use some new things. It was really fun. I definitely recommend going outside of your comfort zone a little bit when you're putting a build together. I was really glad for a big, long island because I had a ton of clutter items that I wanted to put down. These kitchens are really good places to fit a lot of character and style in. There's really good things for the wall and the counters, and I sometimes almost wish we had more room. As I was finishing up the build on the inside, it dawned on me that the harbor view wall, the feature wall, is daytime. So having the whole entire plot at nighttime while the inside was daytime wasn't gonna match. Even though I felt like they would do more partying at night, I decided I needed to go outside and switch and change it up to daytime because otherwise it would be two different times on inside and outside. It was fun to pick some of those things out, and Bam's cooking hangout is done. Let's check it out. I think Bam is that guy, because his family has a lot of money. He's super hip. He has a lot of friends from a lot of walks of life. He has friends with the super cool jock and the really pretty wealthy girls. He also has friends that are kind of goofy and willing to go play and blow off a little steam with him. Obviously, he would have food friends too, since he was really into food. With that, Bam's home is done and day 28 is complete. Only 381 villagers and 337 days to go to complete this challenge. Be sure to check out my other Happy Home Paradise builds if you want more ideas on how to design and decorate using the DLC for Animal Crossing New Horizons. I post new videos every single day, so I hope you'll stop by and check them out. I hope you found something useful here and continue creating in this game. Until next time, have the best Animal Crossing day.